All right. So, tell me, what is it about Spider-Man 2? Like, what made you want to speedrun Pizza Percent?
Well, the story goes back, man. Okay, so this game has been a big part of my childhood. Actually, I remember playing it when it first came out, actually, and like something about it was special. I played the other Spider-Man games, but this game, the swinging, the web swinging, it was immaculate. It was perfect. And I always came back to the game just to speed around the city, just to swing around. But when I came back to it a little older as an adult, speedrunning was starting to get a little more popular. And I was like, dude, what if I speedran this game? Like, that would be so cool. But when I went over to the speedrun, any percent, there's a lot of tricks and stuff that I was like, I don't think I can do this. But then this little pizza percent thing caught my eye. And I was like, hey, this is just web swinging the entire way. And I was like, I think I could do this.
Yeah. I definitely understand that feeling of like, oh man, I like to speedrun this game. Like, oh man, the main category, ooh, that's a little difficult,
A little intimidating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. So
yeah.
And Pizza Percent's a lot shorter. Instead of like an hour investment, it's like a half hour.
Yeah, totally. You could mess up a run halfway through and just go on to the next one.
Yep, exactly. So, okay. And yeah, about your point about the swinging, the one thing I remember playing this game back in the day was the web swinging was so much fun. I just liked swinging around the city, just flying around. I didn't even care about the objectives or the missions or whatever. I'm like, I just want to swing around. I just want to adventure.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So.
And I don't know, something about the speedrun was really intriguing too, because I almost felt like anybody could just give it a try, because it's just the swinging, and the route was really fun too, because there's so many ways to get around the city, to deliver the pizzas. You could look at Sly Finkelton's runs, and you could kind of go from there, but I just did whatever felt good. I was like, I'm gonna jump over this building right now, or I'm gonna go through this alleyway because it feels faster or something, But yeah, no, it's so fun.
I agree. So, how long were you running this before you ended up with this time?
Oh, okay. So, actually, the story behind my record is that. Can I talk about that?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, so how it all started was, I wanted to speedrun this, and I was kind of just sizing up, the time. So I would do a few test runs and be like, okay, I got 35 minutes. This is kind of slow. But then, was it 30 minutes? Or it was 28 minutes at the time, right? From Sly. And I remember I'm like, I think I could beat this, if I really grind this. So it only took me a week, but I remember I got a few seconds off the time. I got the record by a few seconds, but I wasn't satisfied with it. I was like, I'm not gonna post this time because it's only a few seconds faster. I want to really come at it strong. So
yeah,
I worked at it for another week, and I was actually waiting for my capture card, PS2 capture card, to come. So I was like, all right, I'm really gonna grind this time. And that's when I finally got a really good run going. Not a lot of mistakes. I would run into some buildings, but I would catch up pretty quick, and that's when I got my 2550. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty happy with this. I think it beat it by 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But I knew it could come down a little bit more, but for the time, I was happy with it.
As you should be. That's a sick run.
Thanks.
One of the things that I just talked to Sly last night about it was Sly has the speedrunner mentality where he's constantly I don't know the moves, what you call them. There's like the swing, and there's also like a pull where you like shoot and like pull to the target. And he's constantly like doing that and like jumping. He's just like spamming the web essentially, just a lot, just to like get and maintain a lot of speed. But you seem to like make more deliberate swings, and like you would just like swing once and like get the arc just right, and you would angle and like get the movement so much more smoothly. And you know, as an outsider looking in, I in my notes, I was like, this looks graceful, right? Like where all the other runs before it looked kind of like, you know, like they were just like spamming. This one looks like deliberate and graceful, and it's really, really cool.
Wow. So, thanks. I'm actually glad you brought that up, because that was another mindset I had going into it. Was like Sly, his specialty is definitely the speed. Like when you watch it, you can just tell he has raw speed, you know. And I remember when I would do the same route as him, I would like kind of compare myself. I'm like, dude, I like just can't keep up with his speed. He goes so fast. But I was like, you know, with the speed, like there's a bigger margin of error, and I wanted to kind of just, you know, focus on the swing, you know, focus on the arc and the path that I was going to, rather than, you know, just the speed, because if I messed up once, it could kind of cancel out the speed. So even if it was a slower swing, overall it would be faster. So that's kind of what I was focusing on.
Nice. I'm glad to hear it. Sly was saying that because you're on the web sling speed, or the web speed 8 or something, is that what it's called? The highest web speed, the one that we use, or swing speed, I guess.
Yeah. You can upgrade it.
Yeah, because you're on the highest swing speed, it actually benefits you because it's kind of unwieldy at high speeds, right? And so going slower and be more deliberate actually helps you more, because you don't lose a lot of speed by that, and you end up being able to like more accurately not bonk into things and like do your lines that you're going for. So he actually adopted some of that into his own gameplay, which I think is a testament to how important your movement style is.
That's cool. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, I remember watching his videos, and well, he runs on Xbox too, which is load speeds are faster, but you know, again, I was doing this for fun and originally, and I play on PS2, and it was just like, I don't know, it was really fun at first, but then, you know, the whole method of swinging, pressing the boost button right away, and then jumping or holding the jump as long as you need to, and then release. You know, that really, it becomes a like habitual thing. You don't even have to think about it anymore. So, you know, over time, I would even get better with that too, but still trying to focus on, you know, the individual swings.
Absolutely. All right. Any final thoughts? Like, so you put the 25-52 out, and you're like, or 53 out, sorry. And you're like, okay, cool. I finally hit it. And then did you decide that, okay, I did my thing, I'm going to move on now, or?
Yeah, well, you know, I have my own YouTube channel, and I was kind of thinking about doing videos after that. But it was kind of just like a time in my life where I had some free time, and went back to a game I used to love as a kid, and, you know, there's a community for it, and it was really fun to see that, and I wanted to join it and have a little bit of fun, and, you know, it created this kind of cool little community and cool little rivalry. I wouldn't say it's a rivalry, but, you know, Sly Fingleton is a beast. We'll just say that.
Yeah. I think you created more waves than maybe you think, because that definitely, that rocked his world for a minute. He was like, wow. Oh, what the fuck? Like, sorry.
No, totally.
He told me like there had been a couple of like cheaty, like sort of like, fake submissions to the leaderboard. And so he went to speedrun.com and saw pizza percent in 25 minutes, and he was like, okay, sure. Okay, fine. All right, dude. All right, let me see. Let me watch the video. Right. And he's like, oh, wait. Oh, no, this is real. right? He's actually really good, you know, and it came at a time when someone had just beat his any percent record as well. So he just went like from like being first like on all the boards to being second, and he's just like in the dumps about it. He's like, "Oh no, I've been destroyed. I had to like build it up again."
Yeah,
So.
definitely a Sly story here. He has a lot of progression.
Yeah.
Man, how does he know which, if they're like spliced or something?
I think you could watch and see if there's any splices, or I don't know. I, as a mod myself, I kind of just look to see if anything's funny, or if I'm like, okay, this person's never submitted a run before and now they have like a world record time. Like, okay, this is really fishy. I need to like watch it and see if there's anything that's out of the ordinary. You know, so there's you know, things you can look for. There's usually always a little bit of evidence, but I don't know. I'm sure that most of the time they're just jokey, like really poorly done submissions just for the fun of it. The people are goofballs.
I was definitely knowledgeable of that fact, because I knew I'd never posted anything before, but I wanted to get a good time, and you know, obviously I'm legitimate, so like I made sure to get my cam going too, have the camera alongside the video so that there would be more evidence that it was real, because you know, I've never done it before. So I could definitely see it being like, who is this guy?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea, because Sly also mentioned that you had the hand cam, so he's like, oh, I know he's legit. So
yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think I had done a run without the camera, and it was also a good run, but I was like, you know, just for ethical reasons, I feel like the hand cam is needed here. So, yeah. All right. I know how speedrunning can be.
Well, that's a smart decision to do that.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see here. I kind of want to get you to do some pickups for me for that I can use as quotes just for fun.
Oh yeah, totally.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think. There was one in my script here. Let me read for a second. Hold on. I had this whole thing that since you're the real Spider-Man, that like your Spidey sense was tingling, and that's how you knew that Sly had finished the 30 minutes or less run, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to, you know, so Spider-Man, can you tell me how you even knew that Sly got 30 minutes or less?
Well, it was actually a late night one night, and I remember I was just web swinging through the town, and you know, stopping any crime that I saw, but something felt off. Something in the city felt off, and it was a timer inside my head. That timer went below 30, and I knew it was true pizza time.
That's beautiful. That's it.
I didn't know what to say. I don't know.
That's fine. Listen, that's the best part. Okay. Can you tell me about some of your training regimen, Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, well, you know, it's that quick grip on the web swing, right? So it's usually just a lot of, I don't know, gripping, a lot of gripping, and a lot of, you know, doing the motion of the web. But usually around 2,000 times a day, you know, trying to get maybe 1,000 within 30 minutes, let's say.
Okay, that's good. And then, you know, what's your philosophy on flipping pizza?
Well, you know, sometimes it's got to be done. It's all about the time here, you know? Customers want their pizzas on time, so if it's a little bit flipped, then can't be helped.
Beautiful. All right. Okay. Let's see here. I think that's all the pickups I need. So thank you.
Sorry, I don't know. It's weird.
That was beautiful. Trust me. It's fine. It's gonna be great.
Awesome.
All right. I guess as we're wrapping up, I am actually curious what got you into doing stop motion stuff in the for your YouTube channel.
Well, I did it. I started back when I was a kid. Like my dad brought home a camera one day, and he showed me this little thing. He like made me be part of his stop motion. I'm like, whoa, I'm moving on my own. And it was just like really cool. And me and my sister would make little stop motions together. And, you know, again, it was just a thing that I would do for fun and post them on YouTube. And then the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles became really popular in the early 2010s. And one of my videos like blew up, and I'm like, whoa, you know, like that's crazy. I've never seen this before. And so I just kept doing those stop motions, and I don't know, it just like turned into something I never thought would ever happen.
Yeah, man. I love little passion projects that end up being cool things.
Yeah.
So,
How did you get into speedrunning?
Speedrunning in general, oh gosh, it was like 2014, 2013, something like that. And one of the YouTube channels that I watched was like, yo, man, Awesome Games Done Quick is going on right now. You should, like, everyone should go watch that. I was like, oh, what is this? And there's, I assume you know what GDQ is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I watched, I think it was 2014, but I watched one of them and I was just like blown away that people were playing these games and going this fast. And I had kind of heard that people were playing like the Wind Waker or like Ocarina of Time, like the Zelda games really quickly. And I never really looked into it. And I think after watching GDQ, I was like, okay, I have to know more. I have to find out what's going on here. And I looked into it a bit more, and I was just blown away by the glitches and the technical precision and all that stuff. And eventually I started running in late 2014, 2015, something like that. So, but yeah, I thought it was just so cool. And I eventually found my home game, which is Pokemon Snap. That's like my old haunt. You know, I spend a lot of time in that community and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. And the story of Speed Docs, in particular, was there's a guy on YouTube named Summoning Salt. Who, I'm sure you've heard of him. He's like the guy, right? He does all the videos, and I think someone else had made a video for like Super Mario Sunshine, and it was kind of like this idea of like, is anyone ever going to do a video on Pokemon Snap? It's like, no, I don't think anybody will. We're too obscure, you know. Nobody's gonna, like, Summoning Salt's not gonna do a video on our game, right? Like, like, so who is? And I had met CJ recently, and he and I collabed, and he's a video editor. He does a lot of like graphic design and stuff by trade, and I was super knowledgeable. At this point, I'd been playing the game for like 4 or 5 years, right? So I knew like everything, and I'd studied the history on my own time and done a lot of research on it. And we came together and said, let's make a video on it. And it was so immensely, like, we got such good feedback from it that we're like, let's just keep doing this. Like, we both play other games, right? Let's do videos for other games. No one else is going to do them. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right. And so that's how it started.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah,
man.
I didn't know it started with Pokemon Snap. I don't think I went down that far, but that's super cool.
Yeah, the original one doesn't. It's not on there. It was on my channel, but my channel for some reason can't be monetized. So it was kind of like, okay, we're gonna take this down and we're gonna put it up on the main channel. So
cool.
So, but anyways, yeah, man.
Dude.
Go ahead.
Oh, I think this video, the Spider-Man one, I really hope it the best because, you know, the new Spider-Man movie got announced. So I have a feeling it could do really well.
I'm hoping. And this is a silly video. It's we did another one in a similar vein. Just like the elevator pitch is that it's Kirby's Air Ride. It's the game where you run around.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you've maybe seen it. Run around the city and like collect power-ups and stuff in the city trial version. There's a category, it's a really silly category called 5 hot dog %, where one of the food items is a hot dog, and you have to collect 5 of them, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's totally random, totally arbitrary. There's no skill involved, it's all luck, right? And there's actually a crazy story about how there's a random event that will spawn 6 of the same item, and it's like a 1 in 20,000 chance that you get a hot dog. So you can
Damn.
get 6 hot dogs, and there's like a 1 in like 800,000 chance that it'll spawn like at like a minute and 30 seconds.
Damn.
So it just becomes this race of how fast can you get the hot dog chamber, right? and it's all luck. And this is one guy who spends like every waking moment, like in between his other stuff, like just constantly doing runs of hot dog percent. And it's such a fun story. And anyways, but
dude, I'd love to watch that.
it's a really good one. It's really short too. It's only like 15 minutes long, so it's not a big investment. So
dude, that is awesome. Yeah, speedruns. I'm so glad they're getting more popular because Summoning Salt, he's a legend. Like the first video I watched from him was the Chaco Mountain one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yes,
dude, that one hooked me forever. I was like, I didn't like before that. I wasn't super interested in speedruns, but like, dude, it became like this thing that I was like, so interesting.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of people out there who are like, I'm not super involved in like doing a lot of speedruns myself, but I love watching the content. So that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm. Like,
okay.
Even my parents watch Summoning Salt now. Like,
oh geez,
he's reached the normal demographic.
Yeah. Well, maybe some speed dogs will make their way into that playlist.
Yeah, I'll definitely show this video to him.
All right, that sounds like a plan. Let's go ahead and wrap up here. I don't think I have any more questions for you. So,
yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Of course, man.